Hello class, today through this online lecture we are going to be discussing the role that industrial capitalism played in American history during the early 20th century. Now first off, I think it's important to discuss the role that different economic systems have played in U.S. history. Remember, when we were discussing the American colonies, we talked about the economic system called mercantilism. Okay, so mercantilism, we'll review what that is. Mercantilism is when a nation desires to increase its economic and political strength or power by making sure it has a lot of gold in its government banks. Okay, so let me repeat that. Mercantilism is gaining political and economic power by ensuring that the government banks have a lot of gold in them. Now, to be successful in a mercantilistic economy, you need to have a good balance of trade. Let me repeat that. To be successful in a mercantilist economy, you need to have an excellent balance of trade. What is a balance of trade? Well, a balance of trade is when you are not sending gold to other countries, meaning you are not buying products produced by other countries, because what would that mean? That would mean that another government is receiving the gold that you should have in your government banks. Okay? Now, the consequence of mercantilism, as we discussed in the past, was that it created a very competitive world political environment. Remember, we talked about the rise of Portugal as an international empire, the rise of Spain, and how it created colonies throughout South America and was always at war with England. And speaking of colonies, the second important consequence of mercantilism was that in order to maintain that balance of trade, which is necessary for success in mercantilism, the European nations like Portugal, Spain, Great Britain created colonies throughout the world. Now, for our purposes in U.S. history, we talk about the Spanish Empire in South America and the British Empire in the eastern coast of the United States. So, let's think about this even further. In this mercantilist economy, were the American colonists ever equal in power to the British Empire? Were they considered to have the same rights as people living in London? Well, as you remember from our lesson about the American Revolution, no, they were not. They were just tools for making the British Empire stronger. And that is the key to mercantilism. It's an economic system whose main purpose is to make the national or imperial government powerful. Okay? What we will see, however, is that the goal of the economy in the future in the U.S. will not be just to ensure the power of the United States government. And we will be discussing that in the next lecture. Thank you.